John, come on in. Come on in. First, I want to give thanks to some really important folks who made this possible. Our business community here has really come out to support Uptown Stories, so we want to give a special thanks to Booney Coffee, to the Word Up Community Bookshop, to Saggio, to Uptown Garrison, to Heights Sites, and the Chamber of Commerce, Washington Heights and Inwood. We want to thank Pastor John and the staff of OSA. I want to give a special shout out to our newest and most amazing board member, Chris McLean, who is right here hiding behind the sunglasses. And I also want to recognize our phenomenal staff who's here today, including Dorcas Ramos, Melanie Tebow, who's usually hiding somewhere in a corner. Where's Melanie?
She's probably upstairs.
She's hiding, exactly. She doesn't like to be the center of attention. Jordan Perez, the amazing Jordan Perez.
She's probably also upstairs.
The amazing Sarah Shore, who's right here. Liana Wilson Graff. Liana, Sarah, and Jordan all started this year and have become indispensable members of our team. I also just want to recognize all of the longtime families, students, parents who've really been with us through much of these 10 years, you know. It's been such an honor and privilege. And I feel like every semester I can kind of only see as far as the next semester. You know, I can only see sometimes as far as the next class. But I believe in this program. I believe in this group. And it feels like it's so much bigger now than I ever dreamed of. Like, my original vision is so small compared to this program that we've built together. You know, we talk a lot about imagination in Uptown Stories and craft technique, but writing is really just about sometimes showing up consistently, about practicing. You know, you're never done with it. You're never done, which is a wonderful and a terrible thing, you know? But it becomes more a way of thinking, a way of being in the world, a perspective, than it is a destination or a goal. You know, I feel like when I'm writing, you're kind of muttering, you're almost creating this spell, this chant, and hoping that the words are eventually going to lay flat on the page and sound right in your ear. And I think about this quote by Walt Whitman: "The secret of it all is to write in the gush, the throb, the flood of the moment, to put things down without deliberation, without worrying about their style, without waiting for the fit time or place." I always worked that way. I took the first scrap of paper, the first doorstep, the first desk, and wrote. And that's exactly what we've been doing. We're not waiting for the right time. We're not waiting for the world to fix itself to start this, right? We are writing the world by doing this. And 10 years later, or 13 years later, we've served 3,352 students. In 374 workshops. We published almost 17,000 pages of writing in paperback books, and 30 paperback books. But the real impact of Uptown Stories is not measurable in numbers, you know? It's so much bigger because it's what these young people here are gonna do with these skills, with these tools. And that's not up to me, that's up to them, you know? They could use it to create a nefarious plot, or they could use it to write the great American novel, or they could just use it to know themselves in their diary. It's not for us to say what these tools are for, it's for them to use how they like, and they are changing the world already. So thank you, all of you who've been with us for this time. I want to actually turn it over to one of our first students, David Nunez, who's been here since he was 8 years old and is now 15. And he wrote an ode to Uptown Stories last night that made everyone cry. So I'm going to turn it over to David, and we'll see how it was sequenced.